live?
We should be. I think so. Are we there? Hello, everybody. I think we're live.
Yep.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Travis from Overdose Vapes, and we are live. It's Obese Mode, episode 66. And yeah, we're here with Nikki B, and we have Paul Heston and Yeti's uncle are on their way as soon as they can. So, yeah, we'll be here.
You got a little loud.
Uh-oh.
You might want to adjust your volume. I don't know why it does that from time to time.
It definitely does. Let me turn it down.
It goes, okay, let's just jack this up.
Stupid.
Hey, Kenny B. All day vape. Frank. Daytime. It's his nighttime.
It's me, dude. Hey, dude.
Dude. Drowsy. Drowsy. Are you drowsy?
I love that name. Got Church, Zach Johnson, Nate 38, All Day Vape, and All Day Vape. I did get your pictures. I don't know if you saw that or not. Finally, after all these years, Tony. God, your last name is gonna trip me up. Asunakau. I'm sure that's totally wrong. Well, Tony, what up? That's the best I got. All right.
Someone said, "What's up?"
Panda says, "What's up to everybody?" She's editing videos, so she's not going to join us tonight. And yeah, almost bedtime. I know we started late tonight, just because Yeti was they had to move their show tonight to tonight, and so we didn't want to instantly go from their show to my show, so we wanted a little bit of transition time. So we started a little bit late.
A little harder to sit there and go from one room to another room without, hurting somebody's feelings of kicking them out of the room. Definitely,
yeah. You need a transition time. So that white guy, what up?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Got a cat in my lap. Hello, cat. Everybody's upset because you're not here. They said, "Oh, we're not good enough for you."
Me?
Yeah. He said, "Pan, okay, I guess we're not good enough. We get it."
No.
Actually, we just didn't know we were going to do a show for sure.
Yeah,
and it takes her 6 hours to get ready. I'm not even exaggerating. It takes her a long time. Okay. So what have you been vaping on, Nikki?
Duck Pond's Nightshade.
I'm really excited to try that.
Yeah, and Lemon Ecstasy. I am vaping on the blueberry cake, the buttercream from Basics. Yep. The Nightshade is really, really good. I love the when I first started vaping it and everything, I was just kind of like, I don't know. This is not like a white chocolate or anything. It is a chocolate mousse with the raspberries. And I was like, do I want the raspberry to be a little stronger? I'm like, no. After I started vaping a while, the raspberry started popping out a little bit more. And plus, I actually had it on a different device, and it kind of muted it. So I was kind of like, oh, no, we need to try a different device. It's not good.
It's always important to get the best.
Try different devices, too, when you first get it, too. Because if you don't know the device full-heartedly of, what it can do to, because I was testing out it's the Prevail, the one I reviewed yesterday for Banda. It's a little mouth to lung, but with it having a 510 drip tip with very narrow, it actually mutes a little bit of the notes of certain flavors, and
definitely
not always good, but not always bad, because if you want that note muted, great thing to put it in. But I've been talking with the company and told them, can you offer a wide or drip tip? Because when I put the VLS cap on it during my video, it actually made the flavors pop again. So it was kind of
it's really hard to go back to 510.
Yeah, and I told them that. I go, a lot of vapors nowadays want an 810, a little bit bigger. I think it's 810, right? 810?
Yeah, 810. Yeah.
810, drip tips. I'm like, at least give us the option. You can always include an adapter. And I sit there, and then he showed me, oh, we made improvements. And he sit there and showed different caps, but all of them were 510 again. So it was kind of like take out a couple of those caps and replace it with a wide bore. You'd be perfect. You'd have that option of having
it's so much easier to go to have an 810 standard and just put an adapter for 5.
Well, I mean, it is a very tight air draw, but when it comes down to like lips and everything, you know, hard to get. I don't like, you know, having to clench my lips around tiny.
The best thing you can do, I mean, I was really hesitant to switch to 810 when it first started coming around. I was like, oh, 510 is where it's at. You know, that's where I get all the flavor. But it's not true. That's if anything, you're right. Flavors pop way more with 810, and you can still have a mouth to lung and have an 810 drip tip.
Yeah, you can.
It's just better.
Well, it just made it to where you could get the whole coil, you know, the vape from the coil that I had in there, because then it had to kind of maneuver its way up the chamber. But I like their style of pulling the airflow from one direction going down and going up. I think it's, you know, because that's kind of how this works. It goes from the inside of the RDA, and then it goes up under the coil directly to you, you know, directly to get vapor, you know. And they're coming out with a regular RDA that actually has the airflow at the top that goes down and up, which is really nice.
I like those guys.
But again, they only did the 510 on it, and I'm like, before you go into full production, include an 810, please. That way, you're making everybody happy, not just, you know, mouth to lungers. Because I know a lot of people that like, you know, single coil mouth to lung, but they have to have their 810.
Yeah, it just makes a huge difference. It really does.
Yeah.
So I wanted a couple of things in the chat. Drowsy said he wants Yeti to get here so he can get his opinion on the League of Scoundrels Conserver, an older mech, but still looking at getting one. All the League of Scoundrels mods, whether it be the Scoundrel or the Conserver or however you want to pronounce it, they're all great. If you get a chance to get one and you don't get bent over on the price, totally get one. Those are all great mech mods. And somebody else, They Vape said he got his first stack mech mod. What kind of mod? That's what I want to know. And it's all about good batteries. He said he's waiting on some VTC5As to use it. Good idea. Some people just get a new mod and they can't wait, and so they just stick in their old 15 amp batteries and blow their face off. So good on you for waiting to get the right batteries. You know, some people still like 510 drip tips. I have a couple 510 drip tips. Daytime Frank says he still likes his on smaller addies. I have some from like Dot Mod that I really, really like because I think they look nice, but I still find myself usually going to 810 if I have the option. Sometimes you don't have the option. You have to use 510s. I will, but I can't tell the difference, you know, definitely.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, like, I don't like doing this face.
No.
No, I mean, it's like, okay.
And I like, honestly, I was the guy who was like, fuck 810, I'm never going to use those. Like, I'm a 510 original gangster. And no, it's just such a better standard. And Drowsy, $100 for that's a great price.
And see how it actually shows the coil right in there.
That's awesome, yeah.
But yet, when you're putting this in there, you're cutting off the vapor.
Yep.
Full vapor. But it was kind of funny how this actually fit over the whole RDA. I was like...
And, you know, another thing about the 510s is that when those were like the standard, people weren't using the same kind of coils they're using now. And even in something like a mouth-to-lung RDA, a lot of people are using still big coils. Especially if it's a single coil, you're going to use a bigger coil. And so I just think it's better to have that wide coverage of the coil with a bigger drip tip.
Well, that's the thing with that. I'm just going to let people know. You're not going to put any big coils in it.
Yeah.
It is meant for basic bitch.
Yep.
It is like Kanger Mini style, you know, where you trap it down.
Yeah.
So you might be able to put some Claptons in there, but that's about as far as you're going to get. Wow. But that's cool, though, because I still know a few vapors that actually vape that way.
I know a lot of vapors who vape little micro coils, and that's what they like. And you know what? I still occasionally will vape just single microcoils, and it's not a bad vape. So.
Well, the thing I always see with like things that are like a mouth to lung and stuff like that, like a little Derringers and stuff like that, they don't have a juice well. Well,
Nope.
This one does. The whole bottom is a juice well, and it squonks. So
Wow, that's awesome.
they really thought out of the box with the juice well. The juice well holds like 3 mils for being as small as it is.
That's pretty crazy. So Daytime Frank said he wants a Rage Squonk, but $99 a little steep for me, especially considering some of the things I've been hearing about the Rage Squonk. I think $100 is a little bit pricey.
Yeah, a little pricey on the pocketbook. That's like another Dreamer.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be like the next big thing, but I've been hearing some pretty negative stuff about the Rage Squonker, so which is surprising considering the people who are responsible for it. So, see the news come out on the Apocalypse RDAs not being made in the USA. I have not seen that. That is interesting if true, though.
Well, I've actually seen where they were at the vape convention over on the other side of the country. And the guy that makes the Apocalypse and stuff was there, and he's like, look, they're like promoting his RDA, and yet he's the maker of it. And he's like, wait a minute, they're sitting there selling it like it's theirs. He was pissed.
Train Sonic said Apocalypse RDA O-rings are $7 on the website. ... O-rings. Yeah, man, they get into high-end mixed or high-end stuff like that, like the Apocalypse, and it just gets absurd with the prices that they charge. Like we were looking at getting replacement magnets for Panda's what the hell's the name of this mod? The McLovin from Comp Vape. Just the replacement magnets are like $30. It's pretty expensive, so and it's just it is what it is.
And a lot of things are made in China, and they sit there and say made in the USA because what happens is they're assembled
in the USA.
In the USA, and so they can actually write it off as put together.
But they're supposed to, and honestly, there is a difference, and they're supposed to say assembled in the USA, not made in the USA. So, but we're in an industry, especially the hardware side of it, that's not very well regulated, and so people can get away with a lot of shit. So,
and when
I'm not saying that that's the same,
well,
but
I can see where people are upset about it. Where they're coming out with, oh my God, they're actually made in China, but yet they have that hefty price tag.
Yep.
But it shouldn't have the hefty price tag because it's not made in the USA. Usually when it's made in the USA, it's because we have to make a buck, and you have how many people in a warehouse making it, and they make $10 to $15 an hour or more to cover their hourly wage.
Yep.
So that's the reason why the hefty price tag. And I understand that completely. If it's made in the USA, you're going to pay more.
And when something is made in the USA, I expect it to be made of the best materials available and the best machining possible, and to come to me totally immaculate. And you pay a premium for that, for the fact that it's made in the USA. And so, but if you find out you're paying a premium and it's not made in the USA, I would be very upset about that personally. Yeah. All right. What's up, TC Reviews? So the funny thing about that blueberry, you're saying you were vaping the blueberry, and somebody had said, I think it was Daytime Frank said that he was over it. I was over it the minute that I vaped that stuff. I thought it was the most disappointing liquid in that whole line. Oh,
the blueberry, it's very sugary, but I've been on I guess my palate, because I was sick, I couldn't taste anything. So those sugary notes were the only thing I could taste for a while. So it was kind of like I needed something because everything tasted muted and bland to me. Yeah. So it's kind of like my senses are off.
Yeah.
But I do like because it is a glazed buttercream. It's very rich, but it's not an all-day vape. It's just once in a while when you need to kind of do a palate, like shake your palate. It'll
definitely do that.
It does.
I thought the blueberry was super disappointing.
I didn't like the lemonade.
That's the one I haven't tried yet. The only
one it is a shocker. I would love to have you try that tonight.
I will. I'll grab it and try it. Has it got menthol in it? That's the only thing I was afraid of.
It has some type, but I haven't tried it in a while. But
It's got like a coolant. It's got like a coolant in it.
it's got a cooling in it, but it's got an off-putting taste to me. It's just
Oh, I'll definitely grab it and try it. I'll definitely try it.
I'll have to find it again.
So as people are saying, yeah, you know, Juan Castillo's got some fucking harsh words. China-geddon, fuck Ariel and his JDS. You know, I never liked the Apocalypse. I thought that the flavor in the Apocalypse was very, very subpar. And what you're paying, there's so many other RDAs you can get. There's so much superior to that.
It's got ice in it.
Yeah, that's what I saw in the. That's why I haven't tried it yet.
But it says it's fizzy, so that's what makes it kind of.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'm definitely gonna try it eventually. So I might as well try it tonight. Yeah, so I'm really happy. So ADV's got the stacked broadside coming. I think that's awesome. Broadside, you can't go wrong with the broadside. I personally have kind of outgrown mine. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but I think that for the money, it's still a great mod, especially stacked. I think you're gonna be happy with it.
I'll rewick and I'll retry it with you.
All right, let me grab mine real quick.
Bring my trash can up because.
What are you trying?
The fizzy lemonade basics. Thirst quenching. Oh, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Ugh. Scary stuff. Some of their other flavors I really enjoyed. Ones that I thought I wasn't going to enjoy, like the strawberry gummy, I thought was great.
Yeah, I thought I was going to hate that one because usually gummies are dry.
It didn't really taste like gummy to me, but it was good. It wasn't bad at all.
It had a slight gummy, like almost like a juice, like like those little, not the gummy bears, but the snack packs. You know, where they were more juicier. They're not so like waxy.
Train.
What's that music thing that I used? I was thing that.
Oh my god. Oh god, what is the name of the music thing we use? Oh, I'm totally blanking on it. I have no idea. So Transonic want to know, is China making their mech mods? They're very pricey too. If they're making their RDAs, then they're probably making their mods, I would imagine. I would imagine if they're doing one, they're probably doing the other. Sorry about my keyboard, you guys. Epidemic sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if anybody's on YouTube and you're looking for like royalty-free music, there's a service I have used it in the past. Panda still uses it. It's called Epidemic Sound. You pay a monthly.
Yeah, I use it.
It's so great. They have such great music on there. So, I actually my network was paying for it for the longest time, and since they dropped me, I don't have it anymore. But
if you get
kind of smells like what? No. Kind of smells like alcohol. This fizzy lemonade.
Could be the thing that's a little off-putting.
It doesn't smell great.
It smells like margarita.
It does not smell great.
Been a little bit since
I'm assuming Jigga Man is saying that I have nice chin fur, and if so, thank you, sir. You need to actually trim it up.
I'm gonna say I don't have none.
I'm gonna assume.
I hope so.
All right, Frank. Good night, buddy. You have a good one.
Bye.
Wow. So Juan's saying that so that it's been proven that their RDAs have been outsourced since their inception. So, wow. That is a drag.
That sucks.
Yeah, people are saying they get great flavor from the Apocalypse. Man, we have an Apocalypse and it's literally sitting in the closet. It's just shit. It's total shit. I just hated it. So, all right. But anyways, let me get some cotton so I can rewick something in. put it in something I don't actually want to use later, because this is gonna ruin it, I'm sure. And if anybody's looking for a good 18650 battery holder, I have this one that I absolutely just love. It comes from, I think I got it from the battery place, the imr.batteries.com. It's like a little holster style. I like it. It's good. Wow, fizzy lemonade. Ugh. It fully does smell like a margarita. It does. That's what it reminds me of, 100%.
Well, it does have, let me see, pineapple, lime soda, lemonade, ice.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird too, because me and Penny filmed some reviews together last night, and one of them was this liquid here, Liquid Gold, and this is from
that is very rich. Yeah,
I like it a lot. It's so good.
Surprisingly, I like the cash money.
Cash money, yeah, it's so good.
I really loved it. I thought I was going to like it vice versa, but I think it's the bourbon and the Liquid Gold that kind of puts it off to me.
I was really expecting to hate it because of the bourbon, but luckily to me, what it ended up tasting like was kind of like flan. Like it tasted like flan with like a little bit of cooked down bourbon. Yeah, Panda, we both loved it. We thought we were gonna not like it, and we both loved it. We were gonna like give away because we both got it sent to us, and we thought we were gonna like do a giveaway. It's like halfway through the video, we're like, no, we're gonna keep this shit. It's so good. Okay. Yeah, but I was really surprised. I liked both of them. I thought, a tie-in e-liquid from a rapper. I'm not gonna like this probably, but man, it was really good. Vapecraft did better than I expected them to do on this liquid.
Yeah, they did. I really did, and I'm really enjoying the other one, the Cash Money, because I was like, I ain't gonna like this. This one's a fruit.
Yeah, but the reason why I brought it up is because I something about that Liquid Gold, and I hate menthol and coolants and all that stuff, but something about that liquid, it was like, I'm like, this could really benefit from a little bit of coolant. Like it might be better with a little bit of like coolant in it. I don't know. Okay. Wow, this is exciting stuff. Oh my God.
Says whether you love the Legion or hate them, you know, going against what they showed. Errol was asked to be on the show. Errol set the time of day and then backed out. It's a shame. Too much. Yep. I do like the way the Legion does their show when it comes down to pulling people out on their bullshit.
They are good at drama. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I don't think it's drama when you're just trying to sit the fine lines of rumor versus fact.
They give people the opportunity to come in, like they did with this guy. They give him the opportunity to come in and say what he wanted to say, and that's it. Yeah. It's not drama if it's stuff that people need to know as well.
So. Right. It's just finding out what went wrong, explain the reasons why, and maybe people would be more sympathetic.
Yep.
Like, okay, well, maybe the business was in a crunch and they had to go over there to get things done, to keep orders being fulfilled for the company. I would have sit there and give them kudos to that.
Or at least come out and say, yeah, look, we fucked up. We did this wrong. We should have never done that. We should have never lied about it. But from here on, we're going to try to do it the right way and try to have it produced in the United States.
Right.
Or we're just going to be totally upfront and let you guys know where it's being made.
Right. Just be honest with them. People are forgiving. People give second chances all the time.
And people will pay a good price for a product, even if it's made in China. They're not going to want to pay what they're charging, but they will pay a good price.
They're sympathetic. People are sympathetic to businesses and things like that. So it's
People are, especially in the vape industry, people are not, they're not against buying from China. Otherwise, the fucking industry as a whole wouldn't exist. And so, I mean, like, look at the success of the Dreamer. You know, like they were just totally upfront with it, and it has been extremely successful. So,
very successful.
And it's a damn good piece of hardware. So, okay. And yeah, TC, I saw that you got the Cash Money and Liquid Gold in. I'm really looking forward to see what you think about it because, man, I really enjoyed it. More than I thought I was going to. That's for damn sure.
I mean, it smells good. It really does. It smells good. I smell the lime and the lemon and everything, but I think it's the fizzy part that, or the something. I'm not afraid of ice or menthol or anything like that because I came from.
Oh my god! Oh shit!
It's very cold.
Whew, that's like.
That's ice.
It's still super cold in my throat. Oh my god! Holy shit! That is fucking terrible. Yeah, that is so bad. Oh my god!
It still is bad. It's got it stays on your tongue, and it's just like if you like inhaled a Vicks cough drop. You know, like the lemon ones.
It's more strong than a Halls.
Yeah.
It's stronger than a Halls. Damn. Yeah.
If you're sick, this is great.
Yeah, I mean this will clear you out, no doubt about it. TC, look it up. Let us know what you think about those liquids. Yeah, this shit is fucking terrible. It is so terrible. Oh my god.
Too much ice, guys. Too much.
Like it's not even close. And what do they give it? 1 star on throat hit. Get the fuck out of here.
There's no throat hit. It just numbed your throat. Totally.
It hit my throat. It hit my throat. It tastes like a Halls. It tastes exactly like a Halls.
A lemon Halls. Like a vitamin C Halls.
Be very careful with this, babe. It's really
Have you ever tried the Soothers, the Halls, the vitamin C ones? Where it has that menthol and the
Oh, I didn't even have to.
It's so fucking strong.
It tastes like alcohol too.
It does taste like alcohol, yeah.
Straight up fucking like lemonade, Mike's lemonade.
Tastes like a Mike's lemonade with a Halls in your mouth. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That is unvapable.
Yeah.
Absolutely unvapable. I mean, you might be able to vape that like out of like a tank, like a mouth-to-lung tank or something, but you definitely can't rip it on.
Yeah, maybe that would be better in a tank, but I don't know, man.
You definitely can't rip that on.
That's why when I first tried it, I was like, no. It kicked my butt too because I did a big inhale and I was like, no. It tasted funny.
Oh god, it's just it's so much less even about the taste. The taste is bad.
And then taking something to drink, it actually makes it worse because you have that cool menthol. It's the ice.
Oh, it's fucking terrible. It tastes bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's so much more about the sensation than the flavor. Ugh, good. Oh god. You know when all they did when your pregnant wife is sleeping and she's talking in her sleep, that's actually the baby talking.
Unless she starts hitting him or something, I don't know.
It's just the baby's hijacking the body.
Yeah. Wait until she starts having those nightmares and stuff, the pregnancy nightmares.
Oh god. Where the hell is Hessian and Yeti at?
I don't know.
These guys are the worst. Okay. So I'll let you guys know what I've been vaping on this week. Besides this fucking absolutely terrible fizzy lemonade that I'm gonna review it because I'm gonna tear it apart. But otherwise I wouldn't review it because it's just not something I would.
Well, technically speaking, you just did a live review of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a very specific person to want to vape that. Somebody who's like, you know what's missing in vape? Halls mentholyptus fucking cough drops. That's what I need in my vape. That's the worst. This is like one of the worst offenders of coolant that I've had in all.
Now I believe in adding like a small amount of like a Coolada or a cooling agent to like lemonades once in a while, just for the simple fact that you don't want to vape a hot lemonade.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You
But
want just a little bit of like refreshing. You know, like, and you can do that with the mint. Though not
Yeah, a spearmint flavor would work as well. I'm not the, you know what, like especially with drinks, to me the effect has never worked. It's like I remember the same people who made the Cracker Jacks flavor. God, what the hell is it? Steep Vapors. They made a Pepsi Cola one, and when you smell it, it smelled exactly like Pepsi, and the flavor itself tastes exactly like Pepsi. But then it had a coolant in it, and it totally ruined the effect. Because it didn't make it taste like it was cool. It just made it taste like a mentholated Pepsi.
Yeah.
So,
they probably used a menthol and not a cooling agent, which I've actually done a cherry cola when I was doing DIY and stuff more often. And the weirdest thing is Natty, I sent it to Natty, and Natty goes, that is the weirdest thing. It goes in as a Pepsi, you know, like a cherry cola, and the exhale is cold. He goes, it's just like if you hot summer day and you drank it and you're going go, and then all of a sudden go I was like, yeah, but he goes, but it wasn't off-putting, but it did not steep well.
It has
so
to.
you had to vape it, or the cooling agent took over.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If it sat on the shelf, I guarantee you, if you had like a 6-month-old bottle, that cooling agent took over, and it made it a flat Pepsi or cherry Pepsi or whatever.
Yikes. You know, and that's the thing is that I'm not the biggest guy for cooling stuff, but like I said, with this liquid gold, like if it had just the tiniest amount of it in here, it would brighten it up a little bit. But for this is half cooling agent. I mean, this is fucking half menthol. This is crazy. Yeah. It's just the worst. That's the absolute worst. Oh my God.
More menthol than they should have.
Definitely. Okay, so what I've been vaping besides that, I've been craving some of the One. Now, if you guys saw my review, I was not the biggest fan of this, but Panda had some laying around. So I've been vaping this on the Drop, on the Dreamer. And it's really, you know, it's a once in a while kind of thing that I think it's passable. And I've actually really craved it. So it's nice to have some. This is super steep, too. It's like, it is beyond amber. It's almost red now. It's really good. I really liking it right now. My review still stands, though. I don't think it's the best liquid. I'm vaping the Billow X. This is a tank. I'm not the biggest tank guy, but the EH Pro Billow X is a great tank. And I have it on the Arctic Dolphin regulated mod, which is also a great regulated mod, except it has tumors growing out of it for some reason. It's like 3D printed tumors. It's the weirdest thing. And it doesn't make you feel any better in the hand. Doesn't help at all. It's just bad.
3D tumors.
3D printed tumors. And then I'm taking the US One mech mod from Trinity Glass Hardware and the Druga, which I got from my cousin. We traded some stuff and got the Druga. I'm late to the party on this RDA, but this is a damn fine RDA. I really like it. And then I kind of stole this from Panda, but I'm going to have to give it back eventually. This is the Sandman mod. From Atom Vapes. There's a lot of controversy about this mod and the RDA that went with it. The RDA that went with it was called the Nord, and it was total junk. Absolutely total junk. Fucking hated it. But this mod is actually fantastic. It has some of the smoothest threads that I've ever experienced on a mod. It's just wonderful. I hate the name is like, it was obviously a ripoff of the Dreamer and the Lucid, and they named it the Sandman, which is like Dreamer, Sandman. It's like you're not even trying to rename it something else, which is kind of a drag. And the RDA, which was really like a direct copy of the Lucid, except it had a single vertical coil. Fucking terrible, absolutely worst. So, but this mod is really nice, fantastic. And I have the dot mod.
What's the mod again?
The Sandman, 24 caliber Sandman. And
does it have the same groove and everything? Like
it has a different kind of groove. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this one has like a deeper groove cut into it. Oh,
and you can't reverse it either, can you?
No, this one's not reversible.
See, that's the thing is I had to reverse the Dreamer to where the Dreamer was up here because I have short fingers.
I have the Dreamer up there too. It's just the way that I like to vape it the most.
Yeah, I grip it from. I let that little groove like rest in the hand. And I put my thumb on it and fired away.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. And then I've been lots of mech mods. The Rig V2 with my Aeolus Light, and I'll get to all the liquids here in a second. And then I have the Comp Vape McLovin, which I still am in love with the Dead Rabbit with the Butcher top cap on it. I'm really looking forward, still really looking forward to the Drop Dead that's coming out soon, which is going to be the combination of the Dead Rabbit and the Drop, which if they've done right, could be really good. So I'm vaping Licks from Coast, vaping Vapetation's Rainbow Road, which is one of the better cereal vapes out there. Oh, Dirty Grin from the Sugar Lips line from Tony B. Also a very controversial product. A lot of people think this is not great. Personally, I think it is really good, if steeped. And then this liquid that is a really funny little e-liquid. It's called My Girl. It's from the Love Bros line. I actually got this.
About Dirty Grin, what we think of, why people think
I
it's
just
hard.
did.
You did?
And then this is from, it's actually from Canada, but I got it from, what the hell's the name of it? Heaven Gifts is the one who actually like put it together to send to me. So I thought it was going to be like this Chinese e-liquid, but it's from Canada. So still, it's okay. They had two, My Girl and My Boy. My Boy was total garbage. This was pretty good. And then the Cash Money liquids. And so about the Dirty Grin from Tony B, we've been hearing a lot of stuff about people talking about how it's super harsh and all this stuff. When Panda got hers, we didn't vape it right away, but when we actually started vaping, it had been steeping for a couple of weeks, and it was not harsh at all. And so we didn't really understand like what people were talking about. Like ours isn't harsh at all. Then I got mine in for review, and it was clear. Like it was obviously it hadn't been steeped. And so we tried it, and it was pretty harsh. It was pretty harsh. And so our theory is that people are getting it, and seeing as how it's from Tony B, you wouldn't expect to have to steep it before you vape it. And so we think that people are getting it, not steeping it, vaping it, and it's pretty harsh. So I think that after steeping, it loses a lot of that heaviness, and so could come down to just people aren't steeping it. Could come down to maybe that he did say there was like a bad batch out there. I tend to believe that happens way less than manufacturers would like us to believe. It's what is the likelihood that a lab is going to make a bad batch of something? It's just not as likely as people would like us to think.
Right. It can happen though. Like there's certain things. I remember when Ruthless, when they had their menthol the menthol. They contacted me. No, they contacted me and told me in an email that they actually accidentally put double menthol in it.
Oh my god.
And that's the reason why it was so mentholy and harsh. So I was like, and they even offered, hey, we'll send you another bottle and we'll also send you a mod for your time and stuff. And it took YouTube 2 months to sit there and send me that message because it went to my spam. And I'm going, okay, well, I contacted them and said, if you still want to send it to me, I'll still review it. That's fine. But they never did get back in contact. Yes, they talk, hey, yeah. But I should put the review up as saying that, it was really harsh, because it was double menthol. It wasn't just menthol. They did say that there was an issue with the batch, and they didn't even realize it until too late.
Well, ADV is saying that his is well steeped and still harsh as fuck, so there must have been a bad batch. It's possible. It is possible.
And if things are made by machines make mistakes too, or people put in the wrong calculations or something like that. And so it's human error. We all are humans. Machines go by our instructions.
Yeah,
it can happen. And batches, you could have 100 bottles in a batch and not even realize it unless they did not test the batch.
Yep. Yeah, and if they're making a lot, Yeti's here. You want to let them in?
Yeah.
If you got a lot of stuff, which I'm sure with Tony B, they're probably producing a lot of liquid, and something can slip through. Yeti's grandpa, what up?
What's up?
John Carlos here too. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Gee.
What the hell y'all doing?
We're doing. What are you doing?
I'm not telling.
Well, fine then. I see how you are.
Sorry for the delay.
Hey, you're all right. You made it. That's all that matters.
I see you're having a better event than I did yet earlier. That was
Yeah, you
not a
guys
good-
had
We saved you. I saved you. You're okay.
Yeah.
you guys had some troubles, but Nikki beat to the rescue.
Yeah, it started out rough, but Nikki came in and saved the day.
I was like, I'm like, wait a minute. I just clicked in to see the stream, like after a few minutes, and I'm like, why are they frozen on my screen when everybody's sitting there saying frozen? I'm like, they weren't frozen for a second, and then all of a sudden you were frozen. I was like, they're not going to figure this out, so let me just go in and do a test. I'll go in and stop the stream, because if they stop the stream, they're going to have to recreate the stream. So I was like, let me stop the stream that's going to YouTube first before they try to.
I thought it was YouTube. YouTube took all my my admins away, all my moderators.
Really?
Took all the wrenches. Yeah, took everybody's wrenches away.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
thought that was kind of weird. I know. I went in there and went to look, and all the people that I had wrenched, they weren't wrenched anymore.
You know what? That could have been just a fluke.
Well, that, and I've been talking a lot of shit on YouTube.
Fuck yeah.
There's a couple channels that YouTube's trying to shut down, and I've been going through their. I called them out the other day on one of the in the chat or in the comment section. I showed a point on the video. The video was talking about YouTube fucking up, and then in that video, YouTube fucked up. So I pointed it out. I put the timestamp and showed what they fucked up. They're fucking up the closed captions. They're saying things that is not really being said, but they're putting in the closed captions dirty things that shouldn't be said.
Yeah.
And yeah, so people that really need closed captioning are thinking that they're calling
kinds
you
of rotten
names and
shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
fucked
be.
up.
And my
That's fucked
husband's
up.
the type of guy that actually watches the closed captions, like on TV and movies and stuff, because he's got hearing loss in one ear.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that helps him make sure he's hearing what he's hearing, and
Right.
that would be kind of.
If you want to see the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life, watch any YouTube video with regular closed captioning that they provide. Like, because people can go in and do their own closed captioning, but if you just let them do it automatically, it is like out of the mouth of a madman. It is like the most insane shit. So Drowsy wants to know what your thoughts are on the conserver from League of Scoundrels, $100.
That's a hell of a deal,
That's what I said.
and I can't see mine. It's a great mod.
I love all the scoundrel stuff.
Yeah, if you can get one for $100, pick it up, man. I've got one somewhere around here.
That's what I was saying too. I was saying it's a great deal and it's a great mod. And fuck, if you don't want it, if you buy it, I'll gladly fucking buy it from you if you don't want it.
I think that's what this is. Yep. And it's that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good mod, man. I like it. I need to get this thing up and running.
TC is trying the liquid gold first.
Oh yeah, I like the liquid. I know the Cash Money was the one I really liked.
Yeah, Cash Money's the better of the two, I think. But they're both good. So we got a lot of questions in the chat for Drowsy about the mod. Make sure that it comes with the coin, with the ball bearing, it acts as the 510, don't want to lose a little washer. That's an interesting connection.
Nice.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's
Oh,
the
wait.
510.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Did it go smaller when you clicked on it? Oh,
It,
Yeah.
it gets recessed into it.
yeah. I was like, I thought it got smaller because the way he holded it, it was like, what, little. I was like,
It shrinks. It's
yeah.
magic. Straight up
Yay.
magic.
Okay.
And I like the
Not
button.
bad on the first hit.
Looks like a
Yes.
bullet.
That's awesome, actually. I like that a lot. I like it a lot.
So what
What's
the hell
this
are y'all up to?
Nothing. To answer TC Review's question, the liquid gold is supposed to be candy watermelon, apricot, fucking mango, and something else.
Hold
Bunch
on.
of fruit.
Hold on, I think I got the thing over here.
There it is.
Okay. Liquid Gold is the ultimate sweet pear sensation blend of ripe pear, candy watermelon, mango, and apricot, making a refreshing flavor that you can vape all day.
What I got at first was totally apricot, but then eventually it turned into
Yeah.
just candy
I
watermelon.
tasted the watermelon. The watermelon's like a candied watermelon.
It's totally a candy watermelon, yeah.
And Cash Money is a bold bourbon, creamy sweet notes of vanilla, brown sugar, and custard.
And
Finished
it's
off with a light cheesecake on the exhale.
so fucking good. I didn't get cheesecake, but the rest of it was there. And to answer your question, Yeti, I ain't doing shit Sunday. Relaxing. Gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
next
yeah.
Monday,
they
I
sent me
have
this
off.
really big thing.
Yeah, I have mine on my fridge.
Yeah, it's kind of like, whoa, that is huge. But
So-
no, we were trying to really back liquid earlier. That's what
Yeah, we tried. We fucking did a little taste test of this fizzy lemonade from Basics, and it's absolutely the worst thing I've ever had in my life. It's fucked. It's fucked
Very
up.
good, huh?
Nice.
a lot of cooling agent, a lot of menthol or
It's straight menthol. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. It's like a Hall's mentholyptus cough drop. It's
lemon with like a lime kicker cough drop.
it
That's
smells like a margarita. Ugh.
that's what sucks. I found one from all the crap I got from Detroit. Well, I thought I saw it, and it's one of the little 10 mil samplers. They send home with you,
Mhm.
and the description sounded good. I was like, hell yeah, I'll give it a shot. It's just a nice strawberry vape, or is it red berry? It's a strawberry, raspberry, and I don't know, probably something else funky in there. And I smelled it, and it smelled awesome. It smelled real sweet, and strawberry.
Mhm.
And so I juiced up my coils, and took a big old rip off of it,
Ugh.
and about gagged because it had the flavor was like the perfect strawberry flavor, but it had a shitload of menthol in it.
Ugh. What do they do that for?
And that's what sucks, because if it didn't have the menthol in it, it probably would have been like my perfect sweet strawberry vape. Like the recipe for the strawberry was
Ugh.
perfect.
Well,
But then
I
that
wish-
menthol killed it. And it wasn't Coolada, it was menthol.
Menthol. Yep.
Now-
Ugh.
There's
Now,
a big
don't you
difference.
wish they would sit there and actually make like 2 renditions when they do have something like that?
Yes.
That way you can taste
Yes.
it with or without.
That's why I really wanted, like when I was talking about the one from Steep, the Pepsi Cola one, it was like, man, this would have been the best cola flavor ever if it wasn't for that fucking stupid menthol they put in it. And it was the same thing. It wasn't even a cooling agent. It was like menthol. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Totally ruined the flavor.
Just me, or did he turn like bright red on us?
No, I'm red.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
my
you're-
lighting.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
wait a
gonna say
minute,
his lighting.
turned bright
I
red.
don't have my studio lights out, so I'm red under these lights. Yeah, man, that's TC likes it. That's good. It's good. It's good liquid. Yeah. So I don't know. We're just kicking around, talking shit. What have you been vaping on this week, my friend?
Guess.
No, because you always surprise me when you
Wait a
guess.
minute, it's either strawberry lemonade, strawberry submission, or pure peach, or I don't know. Most of the time, those are the 2 that you're vaping.
Yeah. Pure peach and not from concentrate.
Oh, not
Really
your product.
surprises us.
Yep.
What? Okay, well, surprise me with what mod and RDAs you're using.
All of them.
Yeah, I've got quite a few going right now. I got a couple 4 stacks running,
Nice.
3 Ables, a Bang, 4 Ables, a Bang, 5 stacks. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Yeah, I've got a lot of things going right now.
Got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah. TVL and my Infinix. Never too far from this thing. I love this fucking thing. It's awesome.
Fucking get strikes on your YouTube channel.
I'm going to be rebuilding that quad probably tonight.
Nice.
Now, are all the YouTube channels getting strikes for beginner device setups?
No, for so far it's just the that one. What's it
Yeah,
called?
the J.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. We'll just call it the J.
you just call it the J.
You don't
Yeah.
want to sit there and have that in your like your closed caption. It might sit there.
No, the fucking bastards will get us.
The jewelry mod.
Yeah,
Sure.
they'll fucking get us.
What?
And then
Stop yelling at me.
and then we were talking about Nightshade at the beginning, John Carlo's new flavor, since he's in the chat.
Yep.
Looking forward to trying that.
Ducky's line.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, raspberry, especially raspberry like chocolate, that's always a tough one. But when people know what they're doing, it can be really, really good. So, and obviously these guys know what they're doing. So,
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I thought maybe it'd be a white chocolate, but no, it is a chocolate mousse. So I was like, oh, I've never had a chocolate mousse.
I love chocolate mousse in real life too.
I love chocolate mousse in real life.
Me too.
But the raspberry is really nice. It's a subtle raspberry. You know, it's almost like an equal balance.
Raspberry chocolate is like such a great combination of flavors too.
Mhm. Come on, they got it right in Valentine's Day of sending all those
Absolutely.
chocolates out. You know.
Absolutely. Let me show some coils real quick while we're got a moment here. I got some from All Day Vape and I got some from me. I had some that I made like literally the Monday, so the day after last week's show that I haven't got to show. I showed them on my Instagram and stuff, but I haven't shown them on the show, so I want to show them. It's a big fatty frame staple.
Yeah, I still gotta get a recurve. Everybody's got a recurve.
Man, I want one so bad.
Yeah, I don't have
Now,
one.
when I went to go order one, everybody was out of stock.
Yeah, it was
And I
super
was like-
popular.
That's what Mike was saying Friday. They're just no. they've all been bought out from everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I've been seeing them pop up here and there, but I'm afraid to sit there and make the purchase and then be on a waiting list. I do not like that.
No, I don't want to do a waiting list. No way. No way. So this is from ADV. This is a very clean,
This is
very,
nice.
very clean coil. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I love it. And then I think we have another view of the same coil, but very nice. Very, very nice. Very clean.
Mhm.
No pubes, though, so you get points off. Man, gotta come with some pubes if you're going to show it on their Sunday show.
Not a pro. Not a pro.
Not a pro. Amateur hour. Let's hope that I can fix that with some pubes here.
So they're building the coils naked. I heard you're not supposed to do that.
It's dangerous, but god damn it, it's fun. So this is the stick that I made. This is so I'm trying to learn how to make like fused Clapton frame staples, fucking whole thing. And I got my glue gun out just to get everything, you know, in order. So I glued it both sides, and I had everything all set up, and it actually came out really good. But because I'm learning, I learned a lot easier when I use bigger gauge wires, and so I used like the biggest. What do you call it? The biggest ribbon wire I could find, which is the 0.8 millimeter, which is huge. I used 6 pieces of that. I used 22 gauge wire as the frames, and then I wrapped it with 32 gauge. And so it's actually, I mean, it looks small here, but it's actually a very substantial piece of wire. So,
Yeah.
but man, it turned out so nice. Like I was really surprised. My first try of doing it, and it came out well, not my first try, but my first try recently doing it, and look how tight those wraps are. It just came out so nice. I was so fucking proud of myself.
Nice. Very nice.
But then when I actually wrapped it, I did it worked pretty well until the very last wrap, and it got a little funky, but I'll show that in a second. But yeah, I just think that the actual Claptoning of it came out really well. It's got that squared off look from the frame staple. I just think I was really proud of it. So I fucking blasted it all over my social media. And this is what it actually came out to look like wrapped. And that last wrap kind of got a little squirrely on me. But if we go up close, if we can zoom in on it, is it going to let me zoom? Yeah, here we go. You can see well, not really. You can see some of the fucking ribbon wire in there. Yeah, I was really happy with it. Man, it came out it just vapes like crazy good. And it wasn't as low as I thought. I built just a single coil because I thought it was going to be really low. But it was like 0.9, 0.09. So I could have rocked a dual coil of it. It would have been a little hot, but a lot hot, but yeah, damn fine vape. And then I built these. I've been trying to do a lot more smaller coils, and so these are like 28 gauge core. What do you want to call them? The ribbon wire Claptons. And that's a very small fucking coil. That is a tiny ass coil. So, but like for like tanks and stuff, those are really good little coils.
Yeah.
And there's something about ribbon wire Claptons that I just think have a really unique flavor to them. So I've been doing that, and I did an edit of my video. Since I was talking about the Sandman, I'll show a picture of the coil that I built for the Nord. The most wasted alien I've ever built was to put in that fucking Nord. It was like the worst RDA I've ever used in my life. But I did this edit of the coil, and it came out looking really nice. But the Nord, I mean, honestly, is the worst RDA I've ever used. It has the lowest amount of flavor.
Have you tried putting a 5mm coil in it?
This right here is actually like 4mm. It's huge. It's a big fucking coil.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really big coil. Because I tried doing all kinds of different shit in that thing. I've tried like several different builds, and I tried filling the space with coil and cotton. It's just not a good RDA. It's just not a good fucking RDA. It just sucks. It's not even good for clouds. Like, it doesn't even blow clouds nice. Like, the thing about the Lucid was that, like, well, it's not the best for flavor, but it does chuck clouds. This thing is just junk. It absolutely has no fucking purpose.
Just a fish and wait.
Yeah, totally. But it is sad because the Sandman mod is really nice. It's got a really nice button. The fucking threading on it is so clean. And these things came super full of oil too, like the machine oil. Oh man, it was like dripping with machine oil. So
is it made by Marvec?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's made by Atom Vapes. It's designed by some Russian YouTuber though.
Yeah, I think he's been Finnish.
Is he Finnish? Okay.
He's Scandinavian, not Russian.
But it's the sad thing is that they really basically stole the idea from the Dreamer and the Lucid, and then they name it the Sandman, which is, it's like not even trying to hide the fact that you're taking pretty heavy inspiration from another person's mods. But yeah, I'll take the Lucid over the fucking Nord any day of the week. It sucked. Can't say it enough. Do not. I mean, if you have to buy it as a combo to get the Sandman, it's worth it because it's not super expensive. But just throw it away when you get it. I wouldn't even say pass it on to somebody because it's absolute junk. But then, yeah, we even got a low serial number one. So Panda got this for a review, and she got serial number 71. So I'm sure that means something to somebody somewhere.
It does to me. I like serial numbers.
Me too. I'm a serial number whore. Juan Castillo, no, you did not send me an email. I can check though. Let me see here. Cash Money is pretty good, not as well, not the best, but pretty good. Yeah, I gave it a, my review's not released yet, but I did give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty unique and pretty good. It was to me, it was like a really good flan. If you guys know what flan is, damn good flan.
Never had it, but I've seen it.
Yeah, it's just like a custard. It's like a Spanish custard dessert. It's good.
Having to rewrap a battery.
Oh no.
Geek Babe's blade will eat your battery if you do not take it out correctly. The ribbon is in the wrong place. And they have like a diamond shape at the top of the sled that's in here for 18650s. And you see how they're kind of pointed?
Yeah.
And it's such a tight fit that when you pull the ribbon, it'll pull it from the top and snap the battery. And they sit there and tell me, oh, it's just from error of putting it in. No, it's error from the device having the ribbon where it's at.
Yeah, I have a couple devices that just tear fucking batteries apart. That sucks too. Yeah, Kenny B, I saw your coil that you made, the big ass coil. Man, I love big coils. It's not flan though, Kenny B. It is Cash Money is a bourbon, vanilla custard, brown sugar with a hint of cheesecake is what the profile is.
Yeah.
And a flan vape, Juan Castillo said a flan vape would be amazing. They actually have flan vapes out there. If that's something you're interested in, it's definitely available. I can't remember exactly who makes it. I think it's Vapors Anonymous makes a flan. It's not the best, but it's okay. Bye, Yeti.
Internet.
Computer just shut down out of nowhere. Well, it was nice to have you, Yeti. So yeah, man, flan. I grew up with that shit. I have a really big Hispanic population where I live in California here, so flan was always like a big part of my life growing up. And Juan, I actually did get your emails, but they're just going to have to wait until next week for them, buddy. But I will definitely show them next week. And yeah. All right. Well, I think we're waiting for Yeti to come back, but then I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I have to go pick up my son. He's going to be staying with us for a couple days.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's one of the good ones. He's 16, so he's really not a kid anymore. So,
Well, still your kid. They'll always be your kid.
well, I'll be happy when he's my grown man.
He's a young adolescent.
Yes. Yeah. I can't even remember being. I mean, I remember being 16, but like,
I don't ever want to go back to that age.
no, that was such a terrible age. But he, I mean, his life and my life are two different. It's not even like similar. So I had a really. I mean, by the time I was 16, I was already pretty much living on my own.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely is not. So.
I was working full-time jobs and going to school at 16.
Yeah.
15, I was working part-time. My kids were like lucky I didn't make them get a job until they were ready. As long as they didn't go, they got a job and they were out of school, they started paying rent.
The crazy thing is that, yeah, I'm saying it flan, like with a W, but it's, yeah, I don't know how else to say it. What, flan?
Flan.
It's flan.
It's flan.
Flan.
I grew up eating that shit.
Yeah.
It's Hispanic.
Yes, it is. What the hell am I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, when I was 14, like 13, 14, I remember working in restaurants washing dishes, and they would pay me under the table because I wasn't old enough to get a work permit yet. And then when I was old enough, like I went and like, I remember I was doing really bad in school. They still gave me a work permit, but like Jay had failed a class. And so like I had asked the counselor about getting a work permit for him. And he's like, nope, he's got to be passing all his classes. So
Yeah, they're really strict, or more strict on the kids now with if you have like anything like a D and stuff like that, they'll pull your permit.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
And they have to notify your job.
Yeah, it's shitty. It's really shitty. Because I think, honestly, there's some things you learn from work that you'll never learn from school.
You learn more mathematics and stuff like that. Like my daughter, this is the thing. When my daughter went to go get a job at like McDonald's and stuff like that, because that's usually your first job, fast food.
Yeah, definitely.
And she did not know how to count back change.
Yeah.
Because everything is debit card anymore. Everything is, not and they're not teaching it as directly in the school system. Just like I found out that they quit teaching cursive.
Yeah, they don't teach cursive. Yeah,
they don't teach it. They have like a 3-week lesson on it, and that's it. And they don't make them. It's not mandatory. Our teachers made us write in cursive, no print, because it was something that I don't know. It was just some different standards of teaching from our growing up to their growing up. Yeah, they might learn better mathematics. Oh, he's
here. Yeah, I will mow the lawn with my mouth, guys. And and Drowsy brings up a point that I think is even more important. It's just you learn people skills, you learn how to take orders from people, you learn how to be an employee. which I think they definitely don't teach you in school. In school, they teach you how to be an entitled little asshole, and you know, in work, they you get a little get your world
tough skin.
Yeah, you get your world changed a little bit. You realize that, like, holy shit, I'm gonna have to work, and I'm gonna have to take orders from people, and I'm not the fucking boss of the world.
Well, it also teaches them that, you know, this is not the type of job I don't want to have. This is not a job I want to have for the rest of my life. You know, because would you want to sit there and be bossed around all day long, or do you want to sit there and maybe have a behind the, you know, office desk type to where you're the boss, and and it's an incentive to get your higher education.
My dad told me that, you know, my dad worked in the woods his whole life as a loader operator. He's a logger. And he told me something that really stuck with me, and it's something that I've luckily have achieved, is he said, I want you to never have to come home and feel like I feel when I come home. Like, I don't want you to come home filthy and dirty and working your fucking fingers to the bone. He goes, I want you to work, like, using your mind, not just your fucking hands and your body. He goes, I want you to be smarter than me. I want you to, like, be more successful than me. And the guy was successful. I mean, he was really good at what he did, and he made good money doing it. But, like, I took that to heart, and I didn't want to just work as a manual laborer for my entire life. And I did that for a long time. But yeah, and that's what I want. I think that we all should want more for our kids than we had, you know.
Right. I told him, I'm like, I started you know, I was a young mom. I was 19, you know, and I went back to school, but then my kids came first, and I dropped back out, but I got all my credentials done, you know, like the math, sciences, and all the, you know, all the things I need for my career, you know. But then it's like, at the end of it, I was like, I'm that far, and I had to drop out because my kids, you know, were needing their mom. But hey, I'm back at it again and trying to make it a career.
There you go. It's never too late.
It's the opposite of what I would have expected, but it's something that I enjoy and I love, and it's the creative side that I've learned all the skills from the very beginning to now and putting them to use.
See, that's like the one regret that I have is I don't know why. I mean, I always thought I would do something in the arts, like be a painter or musician or something, because I did all that growing up. I was super into art and super into music and produced music for a long time, and I still paint. And I always thought like I would somehow, that's what I would do. It's not, but I'm happy doing what I do. But you know, if you can find work doing something that you're really passionate about, something that like satisfies that creative itch, that's a really special job to have.
And my daughter, I told her to take a year off once she got out of high school. Take a year or two off before go to college. I'm like, because you need to find yourself first before saying, this is what I want to do. Because I knew she had that little itch of changing things up. She went into the medical field. She wanted, you know, she was actually into catering. But then she decided she wanted to go into dietitian. But then
asking an 18-year-old to fucking choose what they're going to do for the rest of their life.
Now she's changed it to where she wants to be a tattoo artist, because that's the thing she loved all along was her art.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, take that art and take your passion and make it into something you want to do.
Definitely.
That's what we talked about briefly on the last show is, it doesn't, this might come out wrong, but you can keep your high paying jobs and all that shit. You know, if you're working a job that is soul crushing, but you're making, you know, $500K a year, but you fucking hate your job, you loathe waking up in the morning and going to work.
Yep.
It's not worth it.
Nope.
It's not worth it. You might as well go get a job you love doing, because you'll be so much more happier making less money. If you're doing a job that you love to do, your life will improve, even though you're not making $500,000 a year, but you'll enjoy your life a lot more, as opposed to, you know, going to some soul crushing, you know, job that you fucking hate. You know, I talked about it on the last show about my tattoo. That was just one example of, you know, when, you know, punch the clock to do tattoos. I fucking hated it. You know, I hated doing tattoos.
Yep.
You know, so I quit. You know, for a little while, so I got the passion back.
That's so important to have that passion, and it's so important to wake up in the morning and have a job that you don't get a fucking stomach cramp over.
Yeah.
Like the job I have now is the only job I've ever had my whole life that I don't wake up in the morning and fucking feel panic and feel like stress and fucking anxiety. Like every job, even jobs that I enjoyed, like working as a chef, I enjoyed that. But it was like still the kind of job that I woke up in the morning and I fucking dreaded what was coming.
Yeah.
And so this is like the one job I have that I don't ever dread it. Like even days that I know are going to be fucking crazy, it's like I look forward to that. I look forward to having that challenge and to having, you know, that day come. And it's, you know, that's the only thing that matters. Yet he's so right. It's the only thing that matters in life is being able to fucking enjoy what you do.
Yep. Love what you do. And then
Yeah,
it's
never-
not a job.
Love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. That's it.
Well, technically speaking, you can still love what you do and still work, but it just sometimes when you get overwhelmed, have somebody there to help you and have people to talk to.
She's a beaut yet. She's a beaut.
Nice.
Got her shined up.
Shiner. Okay, well, I think we're going to call it quits for tonight. I got to go pick up my boy, so I got to get out of here. But I really want to thank everybody for joining us. We had a great crowd tonight. Thank you so much to Nikki B for making this happen. Thank you to Yeti for joining us. You know, he's led a long night. And he
John
went from
Carlin
one
wants to
show.
open up a culinary restaurant.
Yeah, no. If I was ever gonna go back into working in a kitchen, it would be my own kitchen. That's the only way I would do it.
That's the only way I
By the
would.
way.
I would love to own a restaurant.
I want an old 50s style diner that will cater to, like, you know, your needs or what you want. Come in and say what you want. Get
I would love to have a restaurant that's like grandma's house. You walk in, they're making dinner. They serve dinner and lunch and breakfast. You come in at a certain time. You don't get to choose what you want, but
you
it's
just sit down and get dinner.
we're having fucking biscuits and gravy for breakfast. If you want it, come and eat.
Yeah.
And be open for like a few hours for each meal.
So
There
just
are
cook
some out there
dinner.
like that.
And
Yeah.
just cook dinner, you know, and that would be awesome. And go in and make whatever I want for that night, and that would be so fucking awesome. Or like a restaurant where you just do one thing really well, like sandwiches or hamburgers or fucking ice cream or whatever it is. I would like to just do that one thing really well.
I'm seeing that thing scrolling on Facebook and everything. It's like a ice cream place that actually has ketchup ice cream. I want to cringe. I want to cringe on that one because I'm like, oh god, I could just see the pickle ice cream, you know, for Gizzard.
That's not good. I've made cucumber ice cream that was really fucking good. So
Yeah, that's refreshing.
it's really, really good. Yeah. Okay. So good night, everybody. We will see you next week. Same bat place, same bat time. Well, actually probably a little bit earlier, but yeah, we'll be here.
Yeah.
All right. You know.
Bye.